5. And they're off. Ship Lake was slow to begin. Baltimore Bud with speed from that rail, and the outside now is Distant Thunder. Between horses is Ship Lake is moving forward, and Royal Trumpet away running in fourth spot, and TYREEK is in fifth, only 4 from the pace, another 2, and Make Us Smile is in the back of the pack. Baltimore Bud shows the way, heading into the far turn. Baltimore Bud popped the latches on top, still in front, leads at about a length there. Now 3/4 as Distant Thunder moves closer on the outside to put some pressure on. TYREEK on the outside of Ship Lake, and then it's back to Royal Trumpet. In the back is Make Us Smile, who has 7 lengths to make up and 1/4 of a mile to go. It's Baltimore Bud trying to hold on the inside. Distant Thunder is right there, joined by TYREEK farthest out. TYREEK on the outside with momentum wide out into the stretch. Baltimore Bud kicking in for more. Baltimore Bud and TYREEK 1-2 past that furlong marker, and then it's Distant Thunder on the far outside is Make Us Smile, finally getting into action, but it appears too late. A final furlong, and it's TYREEK there. TYREEK now getting away from Baltimore Bud and Make Us Smile. TYREEK rolling home under Toledo. From Baltimore Bud second, Make Us Smile, and Distant Thunder, and then Royal Trumpet. Time was 1:06.35. The 1 mile. And they're off. Watch the Bourbon. There's El Rojo moving forward, and Champagne's on Ice on the inside, wasting no time right to the front. Champagne's on Ice is the leader from Watch the Bourbon. Champagne's on Ice and neck, and Watch the Bourbon keeping early heat on the outside. El Rojo after a sharp break is settled back in third. Big Grinny for front, and Fine Your Boas back to Political back of the pack with Crescent Warrior last of them all and about 13 to 14 to make up. It's Champagne's on Ice, 5.5 furlongs to go. And Watch the Bourbon and El Rojo up close there in third position. Big Grinny is racing in fourth, only 4 to 5 from the front. They're back to forefront, and Find Your Boas is saving background, and Political and Crescent Warrior on the outside. Into the far turn, Champagne's on Ice from El Rojo, 3/4 of a length, and Watch the Bourbon is in third. Big Grinny is next, and Find Your Boas and Political and forefront, and last is Crescent Warrior. About 3 furlongs left to go. Champagne's on Ice still going strong, opens up now to a 3-length advantage on El Rojo. Then Watch the Bourbon, Big Grinny, Find Your Boas, and Political on the outside, and they're into the stretch, 1/4 of a mile left to go. Champagne's on Ice straightens in from El Rojo with about a 2.5 length lead. Then Watch the Bourbon is next, and Find Your Boas on the inside, battling along with Big Grinny, then Political. They're down to the last furlong. Champagne's on Ice is that leader. El Rojo and Watch the Bourbon still determined on the outside. Champagne's on Ice, and here's Watch the Bourbon trying to make a comeback bid on the outside. Watch the Bourbon on the outside. Champagne's on Ice looking for that second finish line. Champagne's on Ice to hold. From second, Watch the Bourbon. And they're off. Tis Golden Cohodes on the outside, and San Antone bounced away in third in Passage of Lines, and Dang It is in the back of the pack. Cohodes now sharp speed up front, now leads by 2, getting away from Tis Golden, charging for the turn. San Antone, Passage of Lines is in 4th position as they head to the turn now, and Dang It is in the back of the pack. 7 or 8 lengths will cover them. Cohodes speeds into the turn. Tis Golden second. San Antone is third with every chance to the outside, and Passage of Lines is fourth. Now has 6 to 7 to make up, and Dang It at the back of the pack. 2.5 furlongs left to go, and it's Cohodes the leader. San Antone now makes a bid from second spot, has 3 lengths to close in. Tis Golden ridden along, and the outside is Passage of Lines. Into the stretch, furlong and a half left to go. Cohodes from San Antone. Passage of Lines trying to get involved from third position with a furlong left to go. And here's San Antone, Passage of Lines barging through between horses now. On the inside, Cohodes trying to stay but weakening. Passage of Lines. Passage of Lines and Leonardo Carrillo 5 to 1 and coming home to win by a couple of lengths from San Antone second. Cohodes and Dang It. Ready, race 4. And they're off. Villamora stumbled at the start. Award wanted looking for Candy and Promenade Princess with early speed. Villamora now recovers to move up 4th on the far outside. And then back next is in line is Hot Choice, and second to last is on the inside Ranchar and Toma trailing the field. It is looking for Candy leading the way. Villamora has moved to second on the outside to challenge for the lead with a half mile left to go. And Villamora, after that poor beginning, has made the front. Villamora half in front from Looking for Candy in second, and Promenade Princess and Award Wanted is next. Followed on the inside by Ranchar. Back to Hot Choice. And Toma is last on the inside. A lot to do now. 5/16 of a mile left to go, and it's Villamora from Looking for Candy. And Promenade Princess keeping up and now moving on the outside. At the top of the stretch, they make the turn for home. Villamora now suddenly surrounded. Here's Promenade Princess going on with it. Promenade Princess, and Award Wanted out in the center of the track, kicking in from the second spot. From in between horses, Ranchar moves to third, and Hot Choice in that last furlong. Here's Promenade Princess in front. Promenade Princess holding Award Wanted. Promenade Princess from Award Wanted wins it by a length, and third it's very tight there. Toma on the inside, Ranchar on the outside. Then it was Hot Choice. Minute 12. They are in the gate. And they're off. Lad needs a hander, hustled up the outside for the lead. Here's Francis X into second, and the inside Sula's Barbados, and Rapid Response is fourth on the outside. As Fool's Notion is racing in fifth, and Imagine Hong Kong settled to the back of the pack, and No Imagination trailing the field. Lad needs a handler, the one to catch. Lad needs a handler, 2.5, 3 in front from Francis X, and Sula's Barbados punching through at the rail. Another 2, and it's Fool's Notion fourth now, and Rapid Response alongside of that in fifth. It's another 5 lengths back. Imagine Hong Kong's at an even pace at this point, heading into the far turn, some 8 or 9 off the speed. A Lad needs a handler. Outrun is No Imagination. Into the turn, 3 furlongs from home. Lad needs a handler, leads the way from Sue Loves Barbados and Francis X. The inside is Fool's Notion and Rapid Response. His Imagine Hong Kong still 7 or 8 off that pace. Top of the stretch, they make the turn in as Imagine Hong Kong tries to unwind. Is starting to run on now. Imagine Hong Kong slipping through down to the inside, moves fourth. Imagine Hong Kong just needs a place to go. Now tips off between horses. Imagine Hong Kong coming with a willing run between horses. Imagine Hong Kong on the outside now is Sue Loves Barbados. Sue Loves Barbados. Imagine Hong Kong ran a big one, but it's going to be Sue Loves Barbados. Sue Loves Barbados to win from Imagine Hong Kong. Then False Notion, Francis X, and Lad needs a handler. In the gate. And they're off. In the loop, the Revenger is sent up for early speed. Joseph Ezreal and Abuelo Paps. So the inside is absolved and Band on Tour deepest out. Only about 4 lengths will cover them. And down the back stretch, it is in the loop just in front. The Revenger's keeping heat on every step of the way. Is head on now for the far turn run. 4.5 furlongs out. Band on Tour, Abuelo Paps, and Joseph Ezreal up close on the inside. Hustled up there. Here's Joseph Ezreal fifth, but only a length and a half from the front. And it's back to absolved in the back of the pack. Around that far turn, it's the Revenger from in the loop, and Band on Tour extremely wide, but coming for the lead as well. Abuelo Paps and Joseph Ezreal just waiting in behind them now with 2.5 to go. Absolved has to pick it up. In the loop, fights back on the Revenger, and Band on Tour on the outside. Joseph Ezreal and Abuelo Paps, and last is Absolved as they spin in. It's in the loop at the 360, straightening for home. In the loop, Band on Tour is next to the inside as Joseph Ezreal is punching on with a furlong left to go. In the loop from Joseph Ezreal trying for second, and Abuelo Paps in between horses. Band on Tour, Absolved late to the far outside. In the loop does it. In the loop by 4 at the finish. From second, Joseph Ezreal and Abuelo Paps and Absolved, and Band on Tour. Minute 11:34. Back aboard. Lined up. And we're off. Lady Magnolia, Thunder in the Valley, All About Audrey there with early speed, and Grace in favor on the outside. SOLEA farthest out moves up into fifth of the red sleeves, and they're followed by Popeye's Oil and Dilemma Riley racing back of the pack with Cornetta's Choice Towel up in last position, about 6 to 7 off the pace now, with Grace in favor gone to the front. Grace in favor is leader, SOLEA on the outside, and Thunder in the Valley. In between horses, Lady Magnolia's back and forth. All About Audrey just in advance now, a Popeye's Oil and Dilemma Riley and Cornetta's Choice still last of them all into the far turn run. Only 7 or 8 lengths will cover front to back. Thunder in the Valley, 3 furlongs from the line. From SOLEA, Grayson favors trying to stay pace, and All About Audrey's third of the inside now. Here's Popeye's Oil pushing fourth, and between horses, Lady Magnolia, Cornetta's Choice now passing the tired Grace in favor, and Dilemma Riley in the back. Top of the stretch, SOLEA on the outside, and Thunder in the Valley near the rail. The two that go on from All About Audrey, they kick away by 3 to 4 lengths. SOLEA drifting out to the center of the track, but in front. SOLEA in front by 2 now, with Thunder in the Valley second, and All About Audrey and Cornetta's Choice try to pick up fourth, and Dilemma Riley from between horses, and they're close to the line. SOLEA and Alexander Crispin with a double, ridden out and rolling home with a 4-length score from All About Audrey. Thunder in the Valley, close third Cornetta's Choice and Dilemma Riley, and then it was Popeye's Oil. And they're off in the Stronach 5. Marvella Nasty on the inside, Love in Her Eyes and Journey to the Moon all the way together, and Guns Blazing, showing pace the outside. There's Tough But Fair, caught about 5 deep into the turn run, and it's WONDERWALL next, and Betcha by Golly and Champagne Toast is settled in the back, about 9 lengths off the pace of Love in Her Eyes, leading at 3/4 of a length. Tough But Fair and Guns Blazing now part of the pace between horses. Back in third there between is Guns Blazing. It's another 2, and Journey to the Moon will track along from fourth. WONDERWALL alongside of that one in fifth, and a break of 5. Marvella Nasty and Betcha by Golly, and Champagne Toast still in the back, about 13 off the lead up ahead, held by Love in Her Eyes. Love in Her Eyes, 5 ace out, leads it from Guns Blazing by 3/4 of a length. Tough But Fair's drop back a bit in third. Journey to the Moon getting an inside run there from fourth, and WONDERWALL is in between horses in fifth. It's a gap of about 5 more lengths, and Betcha by Golly and Champagne Toast and Marvella Nasty's dropped out to last. Far turn run, 3 furlongs from the line. Love in Her Eyes, but here comes Journey to the Moon. Journey to the Moon moving into second and targeting Love in Her Eyes. WONDERWALL moving up on the outside as well, and Guns Blazing is back in fourth. Betcha by Golly, Champagne Toast, and next is Marvella Nasty and Tough But Fair. Top of the stretch now, Love in Her Eyes made all the running up front, but WONDERWALL on the outside firing up with a run. Here comes WONDERWALL. WONDERWALL strikes the lead, 3/16 from home, and opens up now under a steady drive by 3 lengths with 1 furlong left to go. It's WONDERWALL and Alexander Crispin looking well on his way for a riding triple this afternoon. WONDERWALL pulling away to win by 7 lengths. WONDERWALL opening up at the end, win by some 8. Journey to the Moon in the photo with Love in Her Eyes, then Marvella Nasty and Betcha by Golly. And they're off. There goes Candygram from Mungo. Early speed. Candygram from Mungo. 3 the hard way. Moving up and crush it there. The far outside Divine Interventio is the gray. And Kingston Pike moving through down to the rail. Up close in 5th. Only 4 from a speed. Blow the whistle. Broke sharp but dropping a bit to the back of the pack. Unmatchable is next. And Fast Master. And Nova Boy is back there too. Some 8 lengths from the speed up ahead. Candygram from Mungo. Sharp speed to lead by some 2 lengths. Crush It is now just second. And Divine Interventio. Fast Master with a move on the far outside there, and 3 the hard way down to the rail in the second grouping of horses. Here comes Nova Boy launching a rally from the back of the pack with 3 or 4 wide and 6 to close in. In the meantime, Candygram for Mungo round that far turn with a 3-length lead and still going strong. Candygram for Mungo. Crush It is next. Divine Interventio. Fast Master out wide, and 3 the hard way is next. Here's Nova Boy now ridden along, still 7 to make up, and Unmatchable to the inside. Kingston Pike swings wide and Blow the Whistle is trailing the field. Top of the stretch now. Candygram for Mungo with a 4-length lead. Kept to task here by Crispin, and Crispin's in front now. About 5 now with Candygram for Mungo. Pouring it on. Candygram for Mungo. Alexander Crispin red hot here at Laurel Park. It's a 4-win day for Alexander Crispin. Candygram for Mungo all the way to win from Divine Interventio by almost 5. Nova Boy. Then it was Kingston Pike and Blow the Whistle. Minute 24:39.